Hey there, this is Clay with RelationshipInnerGame.com. And today we're going to be answering a question for the ladies out there about why a guy would go ahead and give you his phone number. What does it mean when a guy gives you his phone number? What do you do from there, right? And so what this is really about, what this really means is, because, you know, essentially it's kind of like the opposite of the way things normally go, right? Like usually if you like a guy, you as the woman would give him your phone number and then he'd call you or text you or something and ask you out on a date and all of that stuff, right? But if he gives you his phone number, what that really means is it can mean a couple of different things. Number one, maybe he is just a little bit like unaware of the way things usually go. Maybe he's a little bit out of practice with dating, but he knows that somehow phone numbers need to be exchanged in some way, and he's like, oh, I have a phone number, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to her, right? So that could be what happened. Maybe he was a little bit gun shy about, you know, taking that first step, you know, taking the initiative and being like, hey, give me your phone number, I want to get together with you for coffee, right? Maybe he was a little bit shy about actually just being forthright about that, and so he wanted to kind of like step around it a little bit by saying like, well, here's my number, you know, if you're into me, give me a call or whatever, right? Or you know, there could be any number of other things. Maybe he wasn't sure if you were like really serious, really into him or something, and he was like, well, you know, maybe, we'll see. I'll give her my number and see if she responds or whatever. Then I'll know if she's really interested, right? So that's probably what's going on when a guy gives you his number. And in terms of what you should be doing at that point, number one, stop and ask yourself, hey, is this like a guy I want to go out on a date with, right? Based off of the interaction I had with him, does he seem like he might be the kind of guy I might want to spend some time with? If he's not, then hey, don't feel like you have to do anything, right? Just keep moving on. But if he is the kind of guy that you might be interested in, if he's the kind of guy that you might want to date or meet up with or see where things go, just go ahead and respond to him, right? You don't have to do anything like super clever or cute or anything like that. Just send him a quick text message that says something along the lines of, you know, hey, this is Shirley, if that's your name. Met you at the bar, if that's where you met him. And, you know, just, hey, nice to meet you. Thanks for your phone number. Just something like that, right? And then leave it open for him to respond by setting the tone, taking the lead, initiating things from there, right? If he was maybe just a little bit gun shy about moving things forward, you know, maybe that would be a sign, hey, cool, she likes me, I can ask her out on a date, move things forward from there. If he's still kind of taking the passive role, that's okay too. Just now you know that he's more of like the passive style guy, and you can kind of keep that in mind moving forward, right? For some women, that's a deal breaker, in which case it's information. You know, if he's the passive guy and that's a deal breaker for you, boom, you don't necessarily need to move forward from there. But if you're okay with a guy who might be a little bit more on the passive side, or a little bit more on the shy side, or a little bit more on the, you know, hesitant side or whatever, then you can kind of go ahead from there and see where things go, and maybe get to know him a little bit better and see where things develop. But again, what you want to do is basically just take everything as information, right? Everything that happens from there is information. So if a guy gives you his phone number, chances are he probably is into you. There could be a number of reasons why he kind of flipped the script a little bit. Maybe he was shy, maybe he didn't know how you felt about him, maybe he's just a little socially awkward or something, a little bit rusty when it comes to the whole, you know, dating mechanics and all of that. Or maybe he just wasn't sure if you were really into him and he just wanted to kind of float that out there and see how you responded. Don't feel bad about like initiating, you know, sending him a quick text message or something. That's totally a-okay. It doesn't have to be anything super creative, any like weird cheesy pickup lines. Just, you know, hey, it's me, Shirley. We met at such and such a place. Thanks for your number. Just something like that, right? And he'll probably respond in some fashion, and you can just kind of take it from there, see how things go. So again, this has been Clay with Relationship Inner Game. If you'd like to learn more about how to meet, date, attract, and get commitment from the kind of men that you want, please go ahead and check out our website, RelationshipInnerGame.com. You can sign up for our email newsletter where we can start sending you advice, tips, and strategies to help you get the relationship that you've always wanted. I'll talk to you again in the next video. Again, this has been Clay. Take care.